led by Marina Herbert, student marshal, and followed by Alexis Both, carrying the university banner. Graduate degree candidates are led by Axel Brown. Undergraduate degree candidates of the E. Craig Walls Senior College of Business Administration are led by Kayla Gassaway Ray. Undergraduate degree candidates of the Spadoni College of Education are led by Kimberly Alexis Melton. Undergraduate degree candidates of the Thomas W. and Robin W. Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts are led by Chloe Belangelo. Undergraduate degree candidates of the College of Science are led by Katrina Hughes. Undergraduate degree candidates of the University College are led by Jamie Henderson. University faculty are led by Colton Lloyd. The platform party is escorted by Melanie Mulliken, student marshal, and led by Dr. William Hills, senior faculty member and carrier of the University Mace. President David A. DeCenzo is joined by members of the University Board of Trustees, university officials, and special guests.
Good evening. I'm Dr. David DeCenzo, President of Coastal Carolina University. Welcome to our 2018 Summer Commencement Program. I ask that you remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the South Carolina State Honor Guard. The national anthem will be led by Ashton Fowler, and the invocation will be delivered by the Reverend Robertson Donahue.
Good evening. I would like to share with you a prayer written by a Christian contemplative monk named Thomas Merton, and my hope is that the wisdom of his words will ring true for you, no matter what your tradition, as you set out from this place. My Lord God, I have no idea where I am going. I do not see the road ahead of me, and I cannot know for certain where it will end. Nor do I really know myself, and the fact that I think I am following your will does not mean that I am actually doing so. But I believe that the desire to please you does in fact please you, and I hope that I have that desire in all I am doing. And I know that if I have this desire, you will lead me by the right road, though I may know nothing about it. Therefore will I trust you always, though I may seem to be lost and in the shadow of death. I will not fear, for you are ever with me, and you will never leave me to face my perils alone. And now may we pray. We come together now in the presence of God to offer our thanks for the achievements of each student here, and to offer words of encouragement as these graduates are sent out into the world. We ask God to bless both our victories and our losses, our successes and our disappointments, our joys and our sorrows, our endings and our beginnings. And so, gathered now with our friends and families who have fostered and cared for us, with gladness we welcome into this space the presence of the God in whom we live and move and have our being. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Donahue. Please be seated. This is such an exciting day as we recognize our graduates and celebrate their achievements. I am honored to stand here and look out at this 2018 graduating class. Seems like only yesterday when we first came together for your welcome weekend and new student convocation, and you officially became brand new members of the Teal Nation. Here we are today, joining together again to mark this momentous occasion with your family and friends, faculty, and staff. You might think that after the many commencements we have held, the excitement would wear off. I'm here to tell you this: today is more than a snapshot to me. I still remember my first CCU commencement, how it felt to shake the hands and look into the faces of our students as they crossed the stage, getting ready to leave us and embark on the next life adventure. Some of my proudest moments have happened right here on this stage with you, our graduates. Each commencement class has shared its own unique experiences and challenges. And moving forward in life, you will encounter new advancements that shape our world, concepts and situations that graduates of years past could not have imagined. I want you to think back on your welcome weekend and the 3 values you learned about when you experienced See No Tie. You remember what TIE stood for? Tradition, integrity, and excellence. I encourage you to carry these values with you as permanent citizens of the Teal Nation. And I want you to understand this. As you approach the stage and we shake hands, know that I am very proud to be part of this memorable day with you. I hope that it's only the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your soon-to-be alma mater, Coastal Carolina University. Now I am honored to introduce all who are with me on the platform. I ask them that they stand as I call their name and ask you to hold your applause until all have been recognized. Our Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees: William Biggs, Chair; John Bartell, Natasha Hanna, Charles Lewis, Daniel Moore, Dr. Orrin Smith, Patrick Sparks, Gene Spivey, and William Turner. Dr. Jen Boyle, Professor of English and today's commencement speaker. Dr. Ralph Byington, Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Barbara Ritter, Dean of the E. Craig Wall Senior College of Business Administration and Vice President for Executive Development and Career Services. Dr. Daniel Ennis, Dean of the Thomas W. and Robin W. Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts and Vice President for Academic Outreach. Dr. Michael Roberts, Dean of the College of Science and Vice President for Research and Emerging Initiatives. Dr. Edward Jadala, Dean of the Spadoni College of Education and Vice President for Online Education and Teaching Excellence. Dr. Sarah Hottinger, Dean of University College. Dr. Renee Smith, Faculty Senate Chair. Dr. Deborah Connor, Vice President for Campus Life and Student Engagement. The Reverend Robertson Donahue, member of the Chaplains Council at CCU. Woodrow Ford III, Second Vice President of the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Rebecca Ikata, Senior English major and introducing today's speaker. Monica Bell, Associate Professor of Theater and today's announcer of student names. Dr. William Hills, Senior Faculty Member and bearer of the University Mace, and Daniel Lawless, University Registrar. Thank you. Our accomplishments in life come because there are others around us, guiding, encouraging, coaching, and yes, even sometimes stepping in to help during a time of need. Today's celebration is the culmination of years of dedication by you, our graduates, with the help of those who have guided your success. I'd like to recognize some of those who've played that role. Faculty, in just a moment, I will be asking you to stand, but before I do, I believe it's important to note there are two beloved faculty members who are missing from the stage today, but who are surely present in spirit. Just last week, we lost Mr. Jeff Linder, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computing Sciences, and Dr. Karen McGuire, Professor in the D. Wyatt Henderson Department of Accounting. We plan to honor Mr. Linder and Dr. McGuire during December's commencement with emeritus recognition. Now, I would like to ask some of the finest faculty that any university could possibly have to stand so that our graduates can say thank you for the job that they did. Faculty? Next, will all the mothers, fathers, and other family members who have shared this journey with your students please stand and receive some well-deserved thanks from our graduates. Thank you. I'm pleased at this time to introduce Coastal Carolina University's Chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. William Biggs. Mr. Biggs?
Thank you, Dr. DeCenzo. On behalf of the Coastal Carolina University Board of Trustees, I congratulate the class of 2018 for reaching this milestone in your lives. I also want to welcome our faculty, distinguished guests, families, and friends. We're so glad you have chosen to share this evening with us. You're the reason for us being here. It is our hope that through you, the mission of Coastal Carolina University is not only fulfilled, but is vibrant and flourishing today and in the future. We work to help you become knowledgeable in your chosen fields, and equally as important, that you prepare and grow to become productive, responsible, healthy citizens with a global perspective. This is your day, and I'm so proud to welcome each of you as alumnus of this great university. From this point forward, you will represent your alma mater in all that you do. Remember the values of CCU: truth, respect, integrity, and excellence. As you cross this threshold, know that your character, achievements, and service to others will continue to be the greatness of Coastal Carolina University. One of the things I get to do as chair is not just read this, but not leave till he pulls me off. But I get to do a couple things. I walk around, and I'm able to meet a lot of your family members before they come in. And with that, Corey Kilgore, where you at? Corey, stand up. I got to meet your mom, Clorinda, and your dad, Gary, your girlfriend, Autumn. You did real well. Even though you got a lot of holes in your wetsuits, I understood, came back a little wet, and that they said the thing that made you the most excited about today is after all these years of working in Wheelwright and other places, you're actually not working today, you're graduating. So with that, I understand you got a job, you're moving to Cincinnati, so start an alumni foundation up there, okay? Where's your mom and dad? Where y'all at? Stand up. Give them a wave. They deserve it. But I was also walking around, and this one just, he got me. Jessica McNeil, where you at? Jessica? I know you're here. There you are. I was walking out, and I was asking, I said, who you got graduating? And all of a sudden, I heard this little voice from about down here say, my mommy. And David Lucas right up here, and he was talking, you may be a graduate, but he wants cookies tonight, Mama. You need to get in the kitchen and make him some cookies. But that's what's special. Wave at David Lucas. Stand up, your family. He's also informed me he's going to come to Coastal Carolina and join his mother. Those meeting the families outside is one of the great things. But before I step off the stage, are any of our graduates, are any of you prior military? If you are, please stand up. Thank you for your service to this country and all you have done. You deserve it. You're heroes. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Chairman Biggs. At this time, I'd like to invite Provost Ralph Byington to the lectern. Dr. Byington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage or to the podium Rebecca Akita, who come forward and introduce today's speaker. This fall, Rebecca will be entering Coastal's Master of Arts in Writing program, where she will be a graduate teaching assistant. Originally from East Tennessee, Rebecca is a member of Sigma Tau Delta and Alpha Sigma Lambda. After graduating with her master's degree, she plans to teach and continue her writing career. Please welcome to stage Rebecca Akita.
Thank you, Provost Byington. Okay. Let's see. Dr. Jen Boyle joined the Department of English at Coastal Carolina University in 2009. She earned bachelor's degrees in English and physics from California State University, and her master's and Ph.D. in English from the University of California at Irvine. Her teaching and writing explore new media, bodies and technology, and theories of virtual and material networks from the 17th century all the way up to the digital present. She is the recipient of teaching awards and of grants and fellowships from Brown University and Folger Institute, among others. Dr. Boyle has authored or edited multiple books and articles. This past spring, Dr. Boyle was recognized with the HTC Distinguished Teacher Scholar Lecturer Award. Please welcome Dr. Jen Boyle.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, President DeCenzo, Provost Byington, Board of Trustees, deans and chairs, faculty and staff, parents, family and loved ones, and most importantly, graduates, the summer 2018 graduates of Coastal Carolina University. I offer my deepest congratulations to you. One of the privileges of being at Coastal Carolina is that I work across the campus with some of the most humane, productive, and collegial faculty and students. I am truly fortunate to work personally with the faculty and staff in English and digital culture and design. And I want to mention briefly, we have been equally fortunate to have had a dean in my college for these past many years, Dr. Daniel Ennis, who has fostered innovation, including the program I now coordinate, and been a vibrant and eloquent ally and advocate for the humanities and arts. A transition awaits, and I want to thank him for his dedication to us and the principal truths of the humanities and arts, not always universally appreciated or easily recognized. He also plays a mean bass. I confess that this situation, this speech act, is not something I expected to be undertaking. I'll address first what you're all quietly asking yourselves at this moment. How long will this go on before we get to the waving and celebrating? It's a question I pondered too amid this process, and so I first offer my assurance that my comments to you today will be considered, sincere, and concise. I've thought a bit about what to say in this moment. As you heard, I'm appearing before you today because I was honored as the recipient of the 2018 HTC Distinguished Teacher Scholar Award, a generous campus-wide recognition. My talk that last year for that award was on my work as a humanities scholar, one who straddles old knowledges and new. I work at the intersection of literature and the humanities more broadly, and through a method of historical comparison of how ideas are produced and persuade us. The anticipation and proliferation of the printed book in past years, for example, compared to texts and ideas in our digital moment. A spoken poem, a written text, a tweet, a digital news article in your social media feed. So I finally settled on a topic that has appeared and reappeared in this context for me over the last year. That is the question of truth and truth-telling. After all, I work in a field that creates and interprets narratives, fictions and non-fictions, stories across media. I've been thinking a lot about the truths at the heart of what I do, my teaching, my research, my writing. Truths, not some singular transcendent idea that this is the truth. Indeed, part of my education and my teaching has been about disrupting the notion of one absolute singular truth. The assertion that there's one best idea, one best way. But instead, I speak here of the pursuit of something that we can collectively recognize as possessing truth. So I start with an anecdote, a story really, that represents a particular kind of truth-finding and truth-feeling. A few weeks ago, I ran into a local grocery store for something I'd forgotten for a casual get-together. Not a store I frequent as a rule, quite honestly. And after a good 15 minutes into standing in a checkout line that continued to grow behind me like a queue for the next Star Wars installment, and with understaffed employees scanning the line with stress, as there was no surplus of labor to open another line, we all began to focus a bit more attentively to the hold-up to the flow. Amid grumbles and watch-checking, sighing, and child shushing, we all began to notice that an elderly woman was becoming more and more agitated as she shakily pecked at the payment keypad in front of her, squinting with each attempt, bewildered that the transaction was not going as expected. The cashier had bent forward for the last two of these multiple routines to explain to the woman that it was saying simply, non-sufficient funds. The woman buying groceries, easily in her 80s, shopping alone, disheveled, bags filled with items like canned tuna, day-old discontinued bread, the very basics of sustenance. using the standing rack of the cornucopia of candy and gum behind her as a brace to steady her stance, began to grow seriously agitated. She was suddenly now raising her voice, that it was a mistake, that she would have to figure out how to contact the bank. She was visibly shaking at this point. In front of me in line was a man with a John Deere cap, an honest tan, and a belt with a special compartment for the most amazing and complex multi-tool I have ever seen. A T-shirt emblazoned with the American flag, and under it text with, I admit, poorly chosen font, but these colors don't run. I recognized him immediately as someone who had multiple rideable lawnmowers at his disposal. A secret aspiration of mine. I want just one rideable lawnmower in my life. My spouse assures me that we don't have the space, but I peered past him, moving closer, looking in the direction of the woman. He looked down at me. I looked back up as our eyes met for a moment, and then in the instance of this shared glance, we both started juggling and digging in our wallets for money for the woman's grocery bill. The people behind us were slightly cheered and relieved by the moment, if not stunned, that a farmer and a short woman with spiky hair clutching a hardback book and also sporting a T-shirt, in this case with the words, "We are all mutts, adopt, don't shop," were together scrambling for a solution to this woman's immediate crisis. I left that event knowing that there was a truth encountered in this for me, an important one. More importantly, I left feeling pretty good. Such moments are so important. They represent our responsibility to one another, a feeling of doing something right, of feeling truth. And yet, I sat in the car for moments afterward, reminding myself of something I repeatedly share with my students. This personal, significant experience, good, truthful, was at this point mainly a powerful feeling of truth. If I was to use this anecdote in a more serious discussion in one of my classes, indeed, my students vie to bring their own experiences, important experiences of this type, to our discussions all the time, we would need to go further, evolve it into a broader dialogue, move beyond that after a comfortable space where the feeling of truth is more meaningful than truth itself. So with the help of my students, I might begin by carefully employing expert-based vetted information, oral testimonials, peer-reviewed studies, projects, or even well-informed and effective art to explore how over 25 million Americans aged 60 and over are economically insecure, living at or below 250% of the poverty line. Further, we might use carefully vetted resources or reports to explore the impact of poverty on local populations, women of color, people living in remote rural environments, children. Even if one of my students happened to aspire to be a creative writer, all this information would inform the dialogue, the discussion, the learning, and perhaps the eventual creative remaking and retelling. Some say we are approaching a post-truth moment. And indeed, for the first time last year, the Oxford Dictionaries included an official definition for these terms. Quote, "A phenomena where facts are less influential in shaping public opinion than appeals to popular or individual emotion or personal belief." Stephen Colbert, a local South Carolinian, beat the Oxford entry by a few words with his term for this, also now included in dictionaries of common use, with the term truthiness. That is, the quality of seeming or being felt to be true, if not necessarily true. So this brings me to what today I am most moved and inspired by in looking out at you and your accomplishment as graduates. Having excelled, struggled, sometimes having worked 2 or even 3 jobs to get here, I know that. Graduates, that is, each of you have been touched, some of you driven by a moment where your experience of truth feeling or truthiness was displaced by the process of what the Greeks once defined as freedom itself. We often think of freedom as being able to do what we want, think what we want, all opinions equal, but the Greeks defined freedom as the pursuit of truth through the process of elimination of ignorance, bias, and fear. As they showed, the basis of any democracy is sound knowledge derived from valued expertise, argued for, justified, based in shared principles of evidence, many different forms from different disciplines, based in a collective that agrees to see and hear what's before them and then think their way, sometimes painfully, we all know that pain, into the truths revealed by as much. Each of you has had an experience where after listening to one of your favorite professors or your most engaged friend or peers, through reading or viewing a performance, by reading or listening, by testing and examining, have been transversed by a truth you did not formally understand as one that went beyond your own feeling or experience. To be transverse, that's a theory word, but it simply means a point where you suddenly are moved literally beside yourself to see clearly a bias or ignorance that you once relied on, displaced now with a more valid shared truth. Those of you graduating from the sciences already perhaps know the value of this process. Those of you aspiring to take your methods of verification and the practice of letting the facts lead the theory into your work to better the environment, life, knowledge, or lived lives through social action and justice. Or perhaps as beginning teachers and educators, the desire to teach such moments to others. But it pertains as well to those of you who have fallen hard for the arts and humanities like me, those of you who came to understand how it was no mistake that theater emerged simultaneously with a mature, though flawed, democracy in the 6th century, how watching two people embody on a stage the persona of ideas and held beliefs and work them out through narrative action is a model of truth that stands as example against dictatorial persuasion or incitement. Those of you in business who knew you needed statistics and tested models to be really good entrepreneurs and innovators, examined the value of a well-argued and well-strategized plan, not just making business on a hunch or a whim. Those artists and writers among you who have discovered that well-told stories, books, and good films give us models of truths through characters and circumstances that we can compare, debate, and through informed discussion even imitate, question our own beliefs. Or those of you who picked up charcoal or clay or a camera because you saw something askance to something you had assumed is reality or truth, of an image that appeared like a palimpsest against an unexamined bias or closely held opinion. So my last remark today is a request. Each of you has had your own experience of finding truths. I request that you hold on to these memories, that you remind yourself and your loved ones that your great success today here, and it is a great success. It predicts an exciting future and career, but it is also a rite of passage into being a good citizen in what we hope is a working democracy. And if the feeling takes you as you go from here, write or call, I'd skip the tweet or the text. But write that peer, faculty, or staff member that was part of some transversal truth, large or small, and let them know. Because I can tell you it's those moments that keep me getting up in the morning to collectively share this sometimes stumbling, difficult pursuit of truth with you. Speak your truths. Happy graduation and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Boyle. Graduates, it's your turn now. The conferring of degrees. Provost and Executive Vice President Byington will join me again to present the candidates for degrees.
Students who are graduating with academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, are noted in the program, as well as those who have achieved multiple degrees. Students are eligible for graduation with honors wear the embroidered official white stole of the university at graduation. Also, students who are members of the Honors Program, the Wall Fellows, the Jackson Scholars, the Swain Scholars, the Dyer Fellows, Teaching Fellows, or other selected university honors programs are also eligible to wear the university stole. Will the class of 2018 please rise? Mr. President and members of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to announce the presentation of our degree candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Byington. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state, acting through their representatives in the General Assembly and the Board of Trustees of this university, and on the recommendation of the faculty thereof, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, which entitles you to all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Graduates, at this time, if all but the first row would be seated, and if the first row would follow the marshals out, the rest of us enjoy some fine music by the Coastal Carolina University Brass Ensemble.
Dean Barbara Ritter joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the E. Craig Wall College of Business Administration earning the degrees Master of Accountancy and Master of Business Administration.
Jennifer Ashley Barker. Elena Costadanova Perez. Carla Ann Ruths. Jennifer Lynn Shepro. Julian Neil Armstrong. Gary Dale Bradshaw, Jr. Alex Marlis Brinkmeyer. Landis Dana Brown. Janae Kendra Chisholm. Chandler Joseph Delisle. Daria Lee Gadd. Brian Grady Hungerford. Haley Marie Melton. Cade Alexander Muckle. Mark Robert Nicolai. Ashton Elizabeth Ryder. Ashley Nicole Rutledge. Raven Simone Jessica Shaw. Rochelle Arian Washington.
Dean Edward Jadala joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the Spadoni College of Education, earning the degree of Education Specialist and followed by the degrees Master of Arts in Teaching and Master of Education.
David Paul Cupolo. Laquita Denise Davis. Neil Paul Abercrombie. Joshua Chadwick Bellamy. Thomas Clifford Corbett. Nathan Michael Culp. Jeffrey Tyler Dawson. Kristen Page Elliott. Benjamin Victor Flo. Brian Anthony Generelli. Stephen Douglas Griggs. Courtney Rayanne Gruber. Justin Timothy Kaiser. Sasha Marie McRobbie. David Russell Page. Tanner Kellen Sarvis. Savannah Shanna Scarborough. Ashley Dawn Watts. Shayla Claire Anderson. Becca White Bell. Wendy Brashear. Mallory Jean Davis. Rebecca Kelly Fennell. Christy Darlene Johnson. Leandra Aubrey Middleton. Jasmine Serene Owens. Emily Elizabeth Peel. Courtney M. Rector. Talisha Jabbar Rivens. Tanika Ann Greggs Roper. Samantha Catherine Udega. Josepha Lee Wegner. Korea Dion Raquel White. Alexandra Nicole Wilding. Blake Brockington Dane Graham.
Dean Daniel Ennis joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the Thomas W. and Robin W. Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts, earning the degree Master of Arts.
That would be Blake Brockington Dane Graham. Tyrone J. McKinney, Jr.
Dean Michael Roberts joins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the College of Science, earning the degree Master of Science.
Oshamar Eric Abercrombie. Sierra Michelle Bilheimer. Caroline Michaela Colatos. Mary Lee King. Lauren Elizabeth Kuntz. Samantha Marie Ladewig. Ian Joseph Matsko. Douglas Matthew Pastore. Matthew James Stonick.
Dean Barbara Ritter rejoins President DeCenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the E. Craig Wall Senior College of Business Administration, earning the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Isabel Peel Acosta. Richard Gilbert Arthur. William Edward Barry. Brandy Meonte Best. Justin Michael Bodner. John Hardy Campbell. Matthew William Carter. Joshua Adam Cobo. Tierno M. Diallo. LaQuisha Ann Duncan. Sean Michael Edwards, cum laude. Robert Alexander Firth IV. Addison Cornelius Foster. Ryan Anthony Galloway. Valerie Christine Goranedes, cum laude. Mark Allen Griffin, cum laude. Danielle Marie Hahn. Eldriona Piera Hanna. Nicholas Russell Heinold. Mika Nicole Howard. Michelle Helen Kochanash. Ross Davis Kunman, cum laude. Kayla Lynn Karelko, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Leonard. Justin Xavier Manning. Tyler Alexander Martin. Micah Shane McCord. Jessica Sherelle McNeil. Jacob Robert Miller. Stephen Alexander Morton. Darian Gianni Ranelli. Jason Samuel Sherman. Charles Smith III. Felix Alexander Smith, Jr. Joseph Richard Smith. Nikimia Nayada Smith. Timothy Ryan Smith. Dylan James Snavely. Thomas Jefferson Spear IV. Elizabeth Starkey. Jonathan Charles Ward. Devin Patrick White. DeAndre Ramon Williams. Ryan Matthew Wolfe. Alexis Catherine Wood.
Dean Edward Jadala joins President Zenzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the Spadoni College of Education, earning the degrees Bachelor of Arts in Education, and Bachelor of Science in Physical Education.
Cassidy Lee Branning. Daniel Peter Lamone, Jr. Dequan Kahare Williams. Chelsea Delora Anderson. Lawrence Bodie, Jr. Cassidy Mae Burns. Jessica Elizabeth Childers. Tiatra Chardonaya Davis, magna cum laude, University
She
Honors.
didn't stop. Straight out.
Parag Himanshu Desai. Michael Laverne Dixon, Jr. Daniel Michael Dobey, cum laude. Sarah Marie Edrozo. Rachel Fain. Jared Isaiah Hall. Rebecca Warden Ikeda. Alexandra Nicole Isola. Kelsey Renee Joyce. Dora Lulich. William Nathan Marks. Kira Ann Jada Alexis Murray. Houston Cole Vandiver. Isabella Rosalie Nardo. Christopher Alexander O'Berry. Michael James Parato Jr. Carla Elizabeth Richardson. Erin Nicole Shutsky. McKinley Brian Sharp, cum laude. Tequila Brianna Sharper. Brianna Lauren Smith. Maeve Celine Stewart. Adam George Tansini. Fleur Ariana Weekout. Patrick Ryan Winham.
Dean Michael Roberts joins President Senzo to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the College of Science earning the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Reginald Marquise Anderson. Brianna Arias, cum laude. Aubrey Elizabeth Ayers. Adriana Bacote. Michael Anthony Baresi. Mary Valencia Beard. Paola Blandino. Ali Lynn Bone. Gerard Trawill Branham Jr. Alexandria Kathleen Bula. Courtney K. Campbell. Devon Marie Carey. Christopher Matthew Carlin. Anthony Tyshawn Carpenter. Carly Joy Carda. Tyler Michelle Alfo. Nicole Catherine Cohen. Matthew Rowan Coleman, cum laude. Krista Dean Collins. Cassandra Lee Conley. Nicholas Alessandro Cansani. Abby Lee Esther Crawford. Emily Bridget Cullen. Devonte Jules Curry. Michael John Curry. Janet Shaw Dees. Kyle Thomas Diefenthaler. Desiderio Joseph DeSisto. Isaiah Edward Dooley, cum laude. Erin Marie Dumontel, magna cum laude. Tessie Anna Dutchke. Joshua Octavian Edie. Norma Angelica Espino. Taylor Ann Estes. Erin Kelly Florick. Catherine B. Fowler. Bethany Rose Fermanic. Nadia Lene Gant. Catherine Margaret Hart, University Honors. Jasmine Lynette Holmes. Corey Anthony Lee Kilgore, cum laude. Cameron Wyatt Kirchner. Alexis Rose Lucio. Erin DeMarco Lodholt. Chloe Nicole Madison. Ayana Sharon Manigo. Devin Dimitri McCall. Michelle Lauren McCord. Michael James McCoy. Christopher Robert McElveen. Heather Shailene McKenna. Brianna Nicole McNeil. Zachary Richard Merkel. Samuel Jordan Middleton. Kyle John Mordecai. Jordan Seth Moultrie. Jacqueline Ann Novak. Brianna Lynn O'Connor. Ashlyn Grace O'Donnell. Brandon Demetrius Parks. Brianna Palici. Rebecca Polaski. Anthony Sloan Rabin, magna cum laude. Megan Narissa Redman. Ariana Amelia Richardson. Brandon Allen Richardson. Troy Arthur Rodway. Joshua David Roper. Devin Graham Rose. Angelina Marie Santoro. Robert Joshua Sarvis. Daniel John Schneider. Rachel Madison Simons, cum laude. Hannah Louise Shuda. Andrea Johnson Skipper. Shakira Monet Smith. DeAndre Jamal Schneider. Furious Shelton Stiles. Caroline Marie Lael Sumner. Devonar Jamil Tate. Destiny Demayung Tolbert. Andrew Osvaldo Tom. Samantha Dana Trovato. Woodrow Eugene Tudor, Jr. Marion Turner III. Audrey Elizabeth Tuttle. John Klaus von Brockic. Jaja Simone Washington. Austin Tyler Williams. Megan Elizabeth Wise. Sierra Rose Wright. Aiden Isidore Zeitz.
Dean Sarah Hottinger joins President Center to offer congratulations to degree candidates from the University College earning the degrees Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies and Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies.
Christian Edward Breesley. Logan Brooke Burrows. Kelly Cunningham. Caitlin Shea Dixon, cum laude. Larissa Evelyn dos Santos. Jewel Simone Dupree. Robert Forrest Ellenberg. Jalen Taheim Frazier. Caitlin Marie Guy. Stacy McCall Hendrick. Brandon Michael Holman. Michaelia Alexandria Sanders. Dion Elise Savage. Thomas Devonte Scott. Hunter Brooke Sheets.
Just waiting for them to finish. Let's give them all another round of applause. Graduates, would you please rise? I ask that all members of the Coastal Carolina University class of 2018 to move your tassels from the right side to the left of your mortarboards to signify your status as a graduate. Congratulations. Please be seated. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Woodrow Ford, Second Vice President of Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Woody?
Thank you, Dr. DeCenzo. Graduates, I'm excited to be the first to say to you, good evening, alumni. You made it. It is truly an honor to be with you on this monumental day in your life. More than 32,000 alumni from all 50 states and numerous countries from around the world join me today in congratulating you on your hard-earned achievement. Now, I ask if there are any alumni, Coastal Carolina University alumni in the audience, would you please stand for just a moment? Any alumni, please stand on the stage. Remain standing with me for just a minute. Remain standing with me for just a minute. Graduates, look around. You are now a member of this exclusive group we proudly call alumni of Coastal Carolina University. Thank you. All right, alumni, you may be seated. Members of this alumni family include an Emmy-nominated actor, an Olympian, and the head coach of the 2016 College World Series National Championship baseball team, just to name a few. We look forward to following your rise to greatness. As a new graduate, we're providing each of you a one-year membership into the Coastal Carolina University Alumni Association. Through the Alumni Association, you will discover many opportunities to be involved with your alma mater. In the years ahead, I hope you continue to stay connected as alumni, as volunteers, as ambassadors, or as proud supporters. By continuing to engage with Coastal Carolina University, you will pave the way for those who will come after you. Your active participation will strengthen an already thriving university. As alumni, you make us proud and show the value of a degree from Coastal Carolina University. Be proud and celebrate this day and your great accomplishments. And remember, you will forever be a Chanticleer and a member of the Teal Nation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Woody. Before we close the celebration, I would ask that we thank all of the individuals from throughout this institution who have planned and prepared for weeks to make the celebration of your accomplishments a memorable and special occasion. Thank you all for what you did. Graduates, at CCU, we follow a beloved tradition that takes place as you leave commencement. Faculty members will line the exit on each side to congratulate you, ushering you through to the next chapter of your life. This tradition is truly symbolic of what we set out to do at CCU, to cultivate a supportive environment that surrounds you with encouragement, guidance, and wisdom. Learning and growing are lifetime aspirations. They come to us when we seek them and also when we experience them through difficulties. You know this already through your experiences at CCU. My hope for you is this: as you live your lives, that you will do so deliberately, choosing to surround yourselves with individuals who continue to provide encouragement, guidance, and wisdom in support of your continued learning and growth, and that you will serve others in the same way. And remember, you will always be part of this special place we call the Teal Nation. Go Chants. Now please stand and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on the back cover of your programs. I ask that you please remain standing for the benediction and the recessional. And again, congratulations, class of 2018.
And now may the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.